So I don't know what's going on with Twitch, but I think YouTube is working. I also don't know if audio is on. It looks like audio is on. Okay. Something's going on with Twitch to where it's not doing multi-stream. Is that because like I'm not allowed to do that anymore? Is that what it's about? No. No, I don't got any. No, I don't got any messages or anything. We'll wait for some people to get in here and then we'll get started on just talking about cryptocurrency as a whole, talking about Terra Luna Classic, and yeah, just talking about stuff. Lunic is down today. Lunic is Mickey Mouse game. It's a Mickey Mouse game? What do you mean by that? Hey, all good. Everything looks good to me. How's it going, buddy? It's going pretty good. I can't complain. I mean, we're only seeing 27 people in here, 30 people in here. I can't stream for long. I can only stream pretty much till about 7:30 today. So we have to get through kind of a lot um, until that 7:30 mark. And the reason why I can only go to 7:30 is because I have to take care of Hayden. I have to take Harper to the bus stop, and then I have to take care of Hayden because she still has a fever. Well, she had a fever yesterday. I would imagine it continued into today. I'm gonna buy more if it drops more. Yeah, I mean it looks like a good buying point if you bought obviously at a higher point. But if you bought at a lower point, then you're basically averaging up at that point. Now, for me, if I was to buy more, it would probably be around the 0.0002 area, and right now we're seeing it at 0.00025. So, um, yeah, that's what I plan on doing. That it's not going to be for the long term; it's going to be for the short term. Any type of small moves, that's when I will make a move out of it. So I will take like $1,000, buy Terra Luna Classic, wait for it to push up like 30%, and then sell it, right? And then, continue the process of doing that. And then obviously I'll have the larger amount, which is more of the long term play, and go about my day with that. What future updates is confirmed for Lunic? What future updates are confirmed? Um, so the only one that I know is the 0.2% right now. We still have the my proposal out there, but it's not really getting a lot of traction or a lot of love right now. We need validators to obviously kick in, but it's not something that has the Agora text attached to it. And obviously, that's something that people would like to see and have that discussion on what can be done there, and if it could be done before you can get it approved or before validators decide to jump in and vote on it. But we've seen validators vote on things right away. I've seen no's with 200 billion votes on it. Um, you know, Proposals that don't seem like they're going to go anywhere, and they still get 200 billion votes on it as a no, right? Um, I just want them to vote on it, even if um, they don't believe in it because of the fact that um, it doesn't have the Agora text post attached to it. As we have 70 people here, if you guys can hit the like button, I would greatly appreciate it. and put out a poll. It will touch 20 or 21 first, then wait for 0.00014 as a buying zone. Is that where you think that it's going to go, is 0.00014? I mean, there's a lot of holders. It definitely can fall back down to those levels. And with the 0.2%, I really don't see that being a huge factor in burns. I don't see it, at least. I still see it burning, right? And you see what KuCoin and Gate.io and Binance are doing. They're doing the 0.2%, but still only on chain. So it's not really affecting it in any different matter, any different way. On 20, I'm dollar cost averaging. Yeah, 20, I'll probably add another 1,000 in there. And then obviously risking that, I'm looking at less than whatever I had as a gain, which right now is sitting at about 4,700. They don't want to make it. They don't want to make it what? Do you think they will do off-chain burning 0.2%? I mean, it's very iffy. You saw that KuCoin voted for the 0.2% to go through, right? And that's all fine and dandy, and they may support the on-chain movement, but that doesn't mean that they support it off-chain, right? That's still higher than their fees. That's still higher than what Binance is doing. So Binance is not doing it. KuCoin's definitely not going to do it. Gate.io is not going to do it off-chain as well if Binance is not going to do it. So it's all depending on if all of them agree to the 0.2%. All of them agree to doing the 0.2% off-chain. And right now, we don't have that agreement. Hey, Matt, hope you're doing good. I'm doing pretty good. I can't complain. I mean, I can't complain about things, but I'm not going to complain. They don't want you to make it. They don't want who to make it. Matt, you still reckon we're going to lose a zero by Christmas? I mean, with the things that are changing, this is where I always talk about variables. In the last video that I posted, or one of the last videos that I posted, I talked about variables and how all these variables that take place within a cryptocurrency, within an investment, depend on others, depend on bigger groups and, exchanges and big money and all of this other stuff to do something in order for that to happen. So for like the burns, on-chain burns are great, but if we see off-chain burns that are doing a lot more damage in the form of volume, and you're not seeing any burns that are going through with those off-chain burns or off-chain transactions, well, now we have a limited amount. We have a lower volume for on-chain transactions, right? Same thing, that goes for utility. Maybe we don't have the same utility, or going for the percentage of that burn, right? The burn was 1.2%. Now we have to dial it back and say that all burns are going to be at maximum 0.2% instead of looking at 1.2%. So I think we're completely going back and forth. And I think there's a such thing as too much support, too much involvement, to where people can put out a proposal and anybody can vote on it and say, this is the idea. This is where we go. And we go there and it's not the right place. I feel like we're acting too fast. We're acting like it should be a get rich quick scheme when it shouldn't be a get rich quick scheme. People are saying, hey, this is not doing enough damage 3 weeks in. And some people were like, hey, this is not burning enough 1 day in. And obviously, if you have a short-term mindset to where you're like, we need to make sure we change this because it's not working, that's not a good look. For me, for you, for anybody, it's not a good look. Did you just smoke a joint? No, I just woke up. What? No, I don't smoke. But like I said, it makes no sense why we ended up moving so fast, but we did, and we are moving fast. No, but I did. No. Good morning, Matt. I hit the like button. Thank you for hitting the like button. I appreciate that. Uh, all that panic, relax, and hold. Don't panic, sell. Yeah, I mean, it all depends what people do. I mean, they can do whatever they want, and others can react and make money off of whatever that panic sell is. So it's not a problem. KuCoin only said they support the announcement. They did not say anything about they will do the burn. I feel like we need that. They support the announcement. What? They will support the tax deduction of Terra Luna Classic network of 0.2%. Therefore, KuCoin will support the tax deduction. So it's not related follow-ups in this subject will be announced separately as soon as possible. Let me see if I have my screen up. Yeah, I do. So yeah, Gate.io regarding the lower tax on Lunic and USTC. KuCoin regarding the lower tax on USTC. Obviously, they're going to support it on chain because we're not seeing a ton of volume that flows through them on chain. I hope that we see more that flows through on chain. We'll have to check it out. But we need, in order to burn as much as we were burning, we need a 6x increase in volume. I have sold, but I will buy again after the bottom. Arrives only Lunic. See, that's the issue, right? I don't think that's the play. Even if that does work out, probably 80 to 90% of the time, that's not going to work out. Selling all of your position in order to wait for the bottom and then buy it again at the bottom. It's not going to work out. Usually it doesn't. I hope that it does. I really do. And I hope that it goes a lot lower and you see it, you get an entry point and we can all see it run together. But timing the market is extremely difficult. I never tell anybody to sit here and just go, okay, this is it's at a lower point and I sold at 25 hoping for it to go to 2000. I don't know. It's tricky. In an economy, that's where, let me see if I can change my hat. There we go. See, I never do my hair in the morning at all. It's getting hot down here. Somebody must have put on the heat. Oh. Don't you dare touch that, Daisy. Daisy's my cat. And every time I put a jacket on a sofa or something, she lays on it. So I don't want her to lay on that. One question: why, when the volume goes down in one exchange, it happens to another exchange also? Is it controlled by some group? If the volume goes down in one exchange, why does it go down in all exchanges? Because it's a market thing. It's based on how many people are invested into the market. Typically, if you're seeing a certain percentage, let's say if you see 1 billion that's investing into a position, or they're investing into 1 billion coins, but then the next day they're investing into 500 million coins, right? You're going to see overall volume decrease by 50%. It's not just going to be one exchange. It's going to be every single exchange. Daisy from Mario? No, she's just Daisy because Erica loves daisies. And she named Daisy. I named Carl. You know, I like human names for cats, for animals. Uh, Man, why we keep losing money on Lunic? So frustrating. Why do we keep losing money on Lunic? If you're investing the right way, you shouldn't be at a loss. Um, but then even if you are, you should be at a smaller loss by understanding how to invest in certain things. You can't rush into a position. You get your feet wet into the position, and then you make your move if you can see a lower spot. You have to do all of your research to see if it will go lower and can go lower. And with all of the changes that we are seeing, it's not just Lunic that you're seeing a drop in today, right? You're seeing Ethereum pullback. You're seeing Cardano pullback. It's not going to be a one-way street and everything just goes to, positive town. I don't know what everybody's looking for here. Obviously, we're looking for gains, but it's not just, going one way. Not everything just goes up. You're going to see it come back down. You're going to see it, resist the wind a little bit and, pull back down a little bit. I mean, that's just what happens. But if you believe in the position above where that price point is, then you should be good. My cost basis is well above where it's at. So no matter where I sell at, I'll always have a realized gain, a gain out of it because I only put in $40. So either way, I will have a bigger gain from it. Now, will I take that gain right now and just say F everything else? No, that's not the case. Do you think exchanges will support the off-chain burns as well? I actually don't think so. I hope that they do, but it depends how much pressure we put on them. If everything goes like smoothly and they have no pressure at all, then no, they're not going to implement a burn because they're not going to sit here and charge their customers more money and also have people move from a different place to another place. Like you look at pre-order for Call of Duty Modern Warfare crossplay bundle is almost here. Pre-order will be available in October or something. Okay. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. No, it went away. The notification went away. Oh, wait, there it is. Will be available on what? Will be available on October 28th. I won't be able to play it that weekend. That's like Halloween weekend. Why would they launch it there? When's the next bull run, Matt? My guess is November 2023. Next year, 2023. I think we're gonna see many bull runs in between, but I'm hoping we can see like a flurry of positive news and positive things that comes from the government. But obviously, I don't know. No one can predict exactly when that bull run's gonna come, but we know that it will be here. Whether it's in the next year or the next 2 years, as long as you're able to hold on to your positions and, believe in what's coming here, I mean, you should be good. Do you still like Kronos? Yes, I still like Kronos and I still hold Kronos. Um, I have about $12,000 invested into Kronos. And yeah, I still like it. It's going to be a bumpy ride to $1. Many will sell. I would agree. Many will make that move. Matt, what do you think of Quant? So I have a NFA channel, so not financial advice channel that I upload videos to pretty much every day. Probably not today because I have to take care of Hayden again. So I'm sorry about that. I will try to do something. But I have an NFA channel to where I go over different investments. Krill got the lowest amount of views on this. It got 285 views versus a lot of other ones that got 2,700 or 2,500. And it's understandable. It's coins that people really don't know a ton about until they start to run. So same thing with Farmcoin. Dot should have been a lot more, but I don't think I even put out a an alert or a community post on that. So that's understandable. But yeah, I have something on Quant. I did a video on Quant back here, and it gives you my opinions on Quant. So I do have Quant. I have two. I wanted to buy more at 42, but I talked myself out of it. But currently, I'm sitting on two and waiting for that to make a move. It has made a decent sized move up to $220 plus dollars, $225, which is huge. Um, so yeah. We need to be burning 0.2% of the daily staking rewards from all validators. I think we need to be burning more than 0.2% of staking rewards. I think we need to be burning, at least a full percentage, if not 2% of staking rewards. Because understand, this is free rewards that we're getting. If you're getting staking rewards and you're getting 1,000 a day and you take 1% of that, that's not gonna harm you to see those coins go out the window. And it's gonna be a way to do it that's sort of free, right? So yeah, I think that definitely should be an option. I think we should see a certain amount of staking rewards that automatically gets taxed. That would be amazing. And I'm sure that a lot of people will support that just to see that happen. And anything that could happen on chain will be great. Um, and things that can happen off chain is amazing. Wait, you only got $40 invested into Lunic? Sorry, um, I dripped. I dripped now. Yeah, I only had $40 invested into Lunic at the low point, and at the peak point, it was worth $20,000. So yes, I only invested, to be specific, $43. Netflix calls options profits are buying more crypto for me. We need to be burning. I read that. A lot of people want Lunic to run like Quant or like Shib did. Of course you do. I mean, Lunic already ran a little bit, but it's not a run that we fully expected. Like Lunic probably in the next bull run will have a run like Shib or like Dogecoin or something like that because it has the community behind it. It has the amount of holders behind it. It's just you do not have the bullish market to partner with that because even though Shib had that run, Dogecoin had that run, you're not seeing them have that run right now. And even though they have 1.2 million holders, more holders than they've ever had, it's because of what those holders are doing. A lot of them are trying to time it, trying to find the best point to invest. You don't really have many whales that are diving into it. So, what the heck do I have freaking crackers on my hands? No, you don't have many investors that are getting into it or any big investors that are getting into it. That's definitely an interesting point, but I think Lunic will run in the next bull run, and we can expect a SHIB like move. We can expect a Dogecoin like move from this position, but we have to see the markets move as well. Matt, what do you think about a proposal of burning a certain percentage of all rewards required in Terra Station? I agree. I agree. I would even push to 5%. You still support Zelda? Yes, I do. They're supposed to be coming out with some big news, some big details that I can't really give out. I want them to announce it. I don't know if they did announce it, but let's see. Let's go to Zelda. I just put out a video recently about Zelda Inu, but I thought they were gonna put out something. Maybe they didn't put it out yet. Wait, TikTok over 8 million views and total counting over 19 million Zelda Inu holders will be rewarded greatly soon. Wait, someone got 19 million views? Someone got 19 million views from their TikTok post? That's cool. Um, no, but I'm a big fan of Zelda Inu. I talked to them a couple of times, put out a video on them. I am a partner with Zelda Inu, and do like what they're doing, their overall message. Obviously, it's difficult with this bear market. Every single cryptocurrency is trying to really, um, just trying to push through what's going on here in this market. While you see down markets and less volume that's flowing through, it's very, very difficult to kind of keep up with everything that you used to do because things are dialed down and divided by like 100 versus being divided by like five. Instead of investing $10,000 into a a shelter or some sort of rescue. um, I think now you're gonna have to do a lot less. It's like $1,000 or $100 that you would be investing into there, or not investing, but just donating. So it's difficult. It's definitely difficult, but they're trying to push through it. They definitely have different things that are coming with them. I don't know what Zelda Inu is doing right now price wise, but I hope they can get it together because I'm one of those loyal partners that hasn't sold a single coin. Um, Obviously, you're not seeing a lot of volume that's flowing through it, and hopefully they can pick up soon. But I know it's difficult. I know it is. We've all been there. We see different coins that we expected to have a crazy amount of volume and don't have the same amount of volume there. Um, How much money do you have invested in Luna until this moment? How much money do I have invested in Luna? I only have $40 invested in Luna. I invested at the bottom and I put $43 in at the bottom, and now it's worth. Uh, I guess I have a realized gain of 4,700, and I need to check my wallet to see how much this is worth. The 20 million that I have over in MetaMask is worth, and then the 20 million that I have over in Terra Station. So they're pretty much equal. It's like half and half. I know I have a little bit more over in yeah, so that's worth $6,000 plus the realized gain of 4,000. Let's say $5,000. So we're looking at $11,000 there total if I decided to sell today. And then you also have my Terra Station amount, which is around $5,000 as well, right? Um, is that accurate? Maybe a little bit less. So let's just say it's $4,000, right? Um, so each million will be worth about 2,500. Um, so each 4 million will be worth 1,000. Wait, did I say 2,500? 250. Um, and it would be 1,000. So we're looking at that times five. So yeah, 5,000 there. So I have a total of $16,000 in gains. I invested $43 and now it's worth $16,000 total, realized plus unrealized gains. So that's how much I haven't invested a lot. This is my biggest gain by far, and I really don't want to mess that up at all. I have never, I've never had a gain like this, where I've invested less than $100 and turned it into multiple thousands. Never had a gain like that. I've had a gain where I've turned $200 into a couple thousand. I've had a gain where I've turned 300 or $500 into. Twitch is not up today. I don't know what's going on with Twitch. It's not working. So I can't really work with that. But yeah, that's how much I invested. I didn't invest a lot, and I don't plan on messing that up. That's why I don't want to raise my cost basis. Since you're a trusted influencer, be open to starting a GoFundMe page and the proceeds get burned? Um, Probably not, because I don't know the tax implications of the whole GoFundMe thing. I don't know if it's just going to be like, all right, well, we take a certain amount of money and we take that and buy coins, but then we burn it, and then we have to kind of prove that we did all of that in order to show that all of it's being completely written off, that was being sent directly to me. Um, so that's a difficult situation. I don't know how that works, and I don't want to hire an accountant because of that. I'm very close to hiring an accountant with everything that I am doing. Um, but yeah, every burn mechanism we can think of is super important. We need to create, wait, we need to be creative in order to shrink the supply. That's true. We do. You want him to start a GoFundMe to burn Lunic? I I don't want to I don't want to make it look like we're collecting money to burn Lunic. When they talked about a GoFundMe before, GoFundMe's would do a lot for certain forms of utility. So if you had a GoFundMe to where you can start creating liquidity for this LP wallet that you would need in order to buy Lunic on Terra Station and then implement the burns, obviously 0.2%, that could be a big helper or a big factor to increasing the volume, increasing utility, increasing so many different things, and it's giving us a way to do it. Because before we get started with something like this proposal that I created, 5966, where's it at? 5966, where you're looking to add a buy button, you're gonna need some sort of coins that's added to Terra Station in order to buy Lunic and USTC directly on that platform. But I don't think a GoFundMe really is the right idea. I think we have enough support in buying and selling and taxes that we can see within it. I don't think a GoFundMe is the best idea when it comes to burning. I mean, we're not looking to get people to waste their money on burning. Now, if you have rewards are free money that you're getting, not the money that you invested. Every let's see, make a proposal to vote on validators wouldn't lose anything since 5% would come out of their staker rewards. When can we expect the next bull run? It's a good question. I'm hoping for next year, beginning of next year. That would be amazing. I always push for around, first quarter where we have that New Year's resolution. And then usually people give up on that New Year's resolution by second quarter. But hopefully we can see enough of a mini bull run to create a massive bull run. But I don't know. I would say a lot of people believe that it's going to take a full year for this to come back, but it's already been a year of a downward spiral, right? We've seen things in the past that have fallen, or markets that have fallen in the past heavily, and then have recovered pretty much right away after hitting wherever the bottom was. Now, I think we are close to the bottom, if not at the bottom, and people are thinking that we're going to consolidate down here for a year. I mean, the only way that I believe that will happen is because it's an abnormal situation where we have inflation that's continuing to just mess up everything. So that's something that is an outside factor. It's not just worrying about, the pandemic that we were worried about in 2020, how things dropped so fast and then all of a sudden started to recover because the only businesses that were allowed to be open were corporations, were the Walmarts and the Targets and the Best Buys and all of these other companies were allowed to be open because of the fact that people need to buy those things. They were open to a limited capacity, but people were buying online. They were basically buying up everything. So you saw like record, revenue and profits and all of that stuff because people were buying, especially when it came to gaming. They were buying every single gaming system, every single GPU, everything that was out there. And as when you look at what you could do with those GPUs as well by mining Ethereum, I mean, people were doing that as well. So, that's why the markets were absolutely running, skyrocketing then. But now we have an abnormal situation again. But this is all based off of the market recovering from all that money that was thrown into the markets or thrown into the economy. It just printed. Really hard to get a bull run in a recession. I would agree. Today, you can burn 6 trillion Lunic. Is it possible? Price will pump. Well, yeah, the price will pump. It's going to be difficult as the price starts to rise. I have 87 million coins staked. I would gladly sacrifice 5% of my daily rewards. It's coming out of free coins I'm getting daily. Exactly. I think that will be a thing that we will vote on, but I can tell you that the community, or I guess we could say the community is kind of getting too involved here, in my opinion. I feel like Terra Luna Classic, in what we are doing with all of these different proposals that we keep putting forth and hoping that we get some sort of bite with the proposal, and even the scam proposals that are going through, which you got to be careful of this one. This one's a scam proposal. This one's a scam proposal. This one's the real one, 5966. So make sure you go and check that out. But and with all these things that we are voting on and putting out here, we're kind of being too involved, right? And I know that it can be hard to say, like, how can we be too involved? We want to be involved. Too much of anything can be a bad thing, right? If we have too much voting or too much, impatience, right? I feel like that could be a horrible thing for the overall community. That could be a horrible thing for everything that we want to put forth, because to tell you the truth, and I've said this plenty of times, 1.2% was a low amount. It wasn't a high amount. It was low. It was high compared to what Binance had to offer, what Binance talked about, what CZ talked about, all of that other type of stuff. But if everybody implemented it, it would be perfectly fine. There would be no issues. There'd be no problems. We would be burning 1.2%. And then also, we didn't give it enough time. We saw the 1.2% and we said, you know what? 1.2% is great. And we then pressured Binance into at least talking about the 1.2%, supporting the 1.2% in a way, and talking about burning, and force them into doing some type of burn. But then we backtracked. It's like we lost interest in it. We completely backtracked and said, yeah, you know what you're doing is right. 1.1% is the right way to go, because of the fact that you have made great decisions in the past based on your business. This isn't a decision that he needs to make based on his business. This is a decision that we should be making based on what the community wants. This is the difference. The people are saying he's a smart guy. He's done so much for Binance, and he's made so much money and turned this exchange into something huge. Yeah, that's a business outlook of it. Yeah, he turned it into something that's huge, and he's always going to look to increase or support his business first. But then we have the community over here that's like, all right, well, we care about the 1.2%. We want to see more utility that's brought back to Terra Station. But then Binance or CZ is like, no, you shouldn't be focusing on that. This percentage is way too high. We should be looking at a lower percentage, or finding a way to get everybody involved on this or whatever. And if we can't do it, then the burn doesn't make sense. So don't even do the burn. So then the community is like, you know what? That makes sense. You've had success in business, so you know what you're talking about. This is not business. It's not. They're two separate things. A community versus a bigger business that's trying to support his own. Everything that has come out of CZ's mouth, everything that has come out of Binance's mouth, and I'm not trying to get on a rant here, but I am, has been more in line with his business, which is understandable. He has to do that. But it's not saying that is the right thing to do. So I don't know. I hope we see more volume, but remember, On-chain volume has to increase by 6x to burn what we were doing before. And that's a tall task for it to increase by 6x. So I hope that we see a ton of volume and a ton of utility that's coming back to the chain to do a ton of transactions. Because if not, we're not going to see as many burns as we think we will see. So top of the morning, Matt, and channel members. Yep. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the members to be here. I'm going to have to stop streaming at 7:20 today. So it's going to be like an hour stream because I have to take Harper to her bus stop. But not only that, sometimes I'll take Harper to her bus stop and keep the stream up, and then we can just talk after the fact. But not today. I have to take Hayden, or I can't take Hayden to daycare. I have to stay home with Hayden because she's not feeling good. Or she wasn't feeling good. I don't know how she's feeling today, but I would imagine it's more of the same. CZ cut the legs out from under Lunik. Yeah, I mean, he did a good job doing it. I just hope we have enough transactions. Matt, how about the proposal to take a percentage of the burn tax and buy Lunik from Binance and then burn that to lower Binance's influence on Lunik? Well, the problem is that people keep on going to Lunik, or keep going to Binance. So they're buying on Binance once they hear about it. So I create a Lunik video. People are like, what's Lunik? Where can I buy it? Oh, you can buy it on Binance. Then they go and buy it on Binance, and that increases, what they're looking at there. And I'm not saying it increases the overall amount that they have in there, but it increases their influence on it because you're seeing more volume that's flowing through it. So it's a tricky situation. Taking a percentage of the burn tax and buying Lunik just takes away from us that are burning Lunik. I think we just need to apply pressure to these CEXs, just like we did where it applied pressure to them and we kind of gave up, where we said boycott Binance, boycott KuCoin, boycott all these other things. Yeah, that's what we need. Members only, not today. I'll have to do members only on a different video. Not this live stream because it's so short. How can you have a ton of transactions without any D-apps? That's true. That is true. Without any D-apps though, I thought we had D-apps that were coming back to the chain that were at least there. But I don't understand as to how many D-apps were affected by the 1.2%. 6x is more, but more exchanges get on, and we'll be better off without. What? Wait, what are we talking about? We'll be better off, won't we? The 6x more, 6x, but more exchanges get on, and we'll be better off, won't we? If more exchanges get on, I'm saying we need to see a 6x increase in volume for on-chains to see on-chain burns to see that increase. But we need to see exchanges get on and, approve of the 0.2% off-chain, which they haven't approved of any tax off-chain. The high volume before staking and the 1.2% burn was a wave of FOMO volume. It was a wave of FOMO volume. It wasn't natural volume. People freaked out once things settled down. No, that's not true. That's what they wanted to show you. If you notice, there was a lot of different things that were taking place once the burn got implemented. When the staking got implemented, we saw more of an increase. We saw more hype around it because most people wanted to get on chain in order to stake. And they still want to do that, right? They still want to have a lot of people that stake for a certain percentage. The issue is that people are buying on Binance and, they're buying it for a cheaper price. I believe they have staking available on Binance, so they're just doing that over there. So they're trying to pigeonhole, I guess, or back them into a corner, back the Luna community into a corner by saying Binance is the one-stop shop for everything. Don't send your coins over to Terra Station. It doesn't make sense. You can't even buy over in Terra Station. You can't even sell over in Terra Station. You can sell over in Binance and make your money, and it goes back to another coin, right? You sell your Terra Luna Classic, and you sell it for, you swap it for BUSD, and then you sell your BUSD and put that back in your bank account or whatever you do. You're getting more money by doing that, and the transactions, the fees that they're getting is going to be huge. The amount of movement, the amount of users that they're getting is going to be huge, because those same users that are now trading Lunic for free are also trading other positions because they feel like trading on Binance. So they tried to back us into a corner with withdrawal limits, with even deposit limits directly into Lunic. So all the on-chain volume, you're not seeing much. People were buying BUSD and swapping it for Lunic rather than buying Lunic. So it's definitely something where they did everything from a business perspective, a business standpoint, to not decrease their supply as much as people want, and to just increase their bottom line by seeing Lunic maybe rise in price and having something that's very popular. Because as long as people are trading Lunic, it's just like this. Think of this scenario: when you go to a car dealership, are they more interested in getting you into a car because they want you to spend money on the car, or are they more interested in you getting into a car so that you can become a loyal customer for probably the next 10 years? It's the latter. And the reason is because if you become a customer, you're going to continue to buy from them. It's not about one purchase, it's about 5 purchases. I've been with Kia since I started driving, and I've literally had multiple Kia Sportages. I've had multiple Kia Optimas. And the reason why I had that was because I bought with Kia. I like their cars. Same thing with Erica. She's had a Ford pretty much for 10 years or so. And she's gone from a Ford Focus to a Ford Escape to, like, she's going to different Fords. Obviously, we want to make that transition, but the transition that we're talking about is that we were talking about before we decided not to go with it, is to go with a Kia Telluride, right? That's another Kia. I've been with Kia for literally my whole entire driving life. So this is what's absolutely crazy. That's what they're looking to do, is bring the customer. It's not about the position itself. It's about the customer. It's about the person that's going to spend more money on BUSD and on BNB and on whatever other position they offer. So it's a business standpoint. It's totally understand. You buy an Apple product, you buy them all. Exactly. I mean, Apple is a little bit ridiculous. I buy a lot of Samsung products, but I'm not pigeonholed to Samsung. Yeah, they're not stupid. I would agree. They're not. 100%. 100%. They are looking to bring the customer in, and I understand it. I really do understand it. But to say that, the burn won't work, to say that, the community, and the crazy thing is most people are backing him, backing like CZ, saying, oh, well, you know what? He knows what he's talking about. He's a smart guy. But then he's also, those are the same people that are a little bit butthurt with the fact that he said that just because you vote on something doesn't mean that everybody, cares about it or it's a good idea. Basically saying that we're voting on things here that aren't really good ideas at all, right? Whether it's the add, the buy button or, 1.2% burn or whatever, right? So yeah, I don't know. What do you think about KuCoin finally burning? What do I think about KuCoin finally burning? What do you mean? KuCoin's not burning right now. At least from what I understand, it's going to be on-chain burns. It's not going to be anything else. They've always done that. They've always supported the 1.2% on-chain burns. They just haven't had much on-chain burns that flow through KuCoin. It's better to buy on Binance compared to KuCoin and other CEXs because Binance uses their own fees to burn Lunic and other CEXs not. True, but Binance also has a Binance Convert feature that anybody can use. So you can buy your BUSD. When you buy your BUSD, you just you swap it in Binance Convert. You convert it to Lunic, and it's going to be 0 fees. That means nothing goes through as a burn, right? And that's something that they launched recently. So yes, it's better for the investor either way to buy on Binance because you have a cheaper fee that's going through it. And if the fee does go through it, if you do have a fee, it goes through the burns. And if you don't have a fee, it doesn't go through any type of burn. It just benefits the investor by not having to spend extra money or get taxed the money, I guess. People are losing interest. This coin is not going anywhere anytime soon. I wouldn't say it's not going anywhere anytime soon. Yeah, Harper? I didn't. Can you put that on the counter? Okay. We didn't we took that stuff from I can't remember where it came from. But just put it on the counter. Don't touch it. Do you understand? Let's see. Let's go put this user in timeout. Oh, that person is already in timeout. Thank you, Stargazer, for that. I appreciate it. Go to subscribers only. Today is not an act. I mean, it's a good day for the chat and everything. It's a good day for positions and all that, but the amount of viewers is low today. I don't get why CEXs have to implement a 1.2% fee to burn. No exchange is burning ETH fee or ETH. ETH even forcing because that's not a part of their ecosystem. It's not a part of their blockchain. The issue is that Terra Luna Classic voted for it to be a part of their blockchain, so they should adhere to what the coin is doing. It's just like if a coin decides that it wants to change the game by burning off some of their supply. It's not saying that this is even for the exchange to pay. The exchange is not paying anything, right? It would be the investors that are paying something, and they're used to that because they know what's coming. You know, the blockchain decided we are going to burn a certain percentage of every transaction. If a blockchain decides that they're going to do that, it should be on every single platform that decides to put that coin on their platform, right? That's where it comes into play. Because let's say if something, I'm trying to think of a different thing. Let's say if Ethereum said, you know what, on our blockchain, we want to be able to decrease the supply and make sure that the supply becomes scarce. I'm sure if Ethereum decided to do that, they would communicate as much as they possibly can with every single CEX to know that they are going to do that. And if they're not going to do that, then they're probably going to buy back their Ethereum and, take it away from them. If they do take it away from them, then we're going to know. If they take it away from them and they put it back where they want to put it, and put it on the exchanges that they believe, is going to implement whatever tax they want to implement, and the exchange tries to buy it back, they just don't allow those purchases from that certain exchange, because the exchanges have a luxury, especially in the beginning stages, right? If you are a newer exchange, it's not about you, people asking you to list a certain coin. It's about you listing a certain coin in order to be popular. If you have Shiba Inu, if you have Dogecoin, if you have Lunic, if you have all these different plays, these different coins, then you can end up seeing a lot of volume through your exchange, which in turn will give you a lot of fees, giving you a bottom line that's positive. It should be a privilege and it is a privilege for them to own coins, but we're making it seem like the CEX holds all the power when the cryptocurrency holds all the power. Because you can take billions of dollars off their platform today if you wanted to. This is why a whole movement with Terra Luna Classic in boycotting Binance was going to be detrimental to Binance. Because one, it takes a lot of users off of Binance. Two, it takes billions of dollars off of Binance's, bottom line. And it's just not something that obviously looks good. They can't see that growth by holding Terra Luna Classic on their platform if we boycott Binance as a whole. So we still hold the power. It's just that overall thought of having one person that leads the charge in a large exchange with a lot of money versus a lot of people that have a hell of a lot of money that are looking to corner them into a decision, right? It should be the coin that makes the decision on what percentage we have. It should be the coin that makes the decision on what they do as a project, and it is on their decision, because Binance is not going to come and say, you know what, we don't like the fact that you're decreasing your supply, so you should change it on chain. No, they're going to support it on chain, but they also need to support it off chain. Right? That's how that should roll. If the overall project says we want to change this, everything in the project should change. That's like you going to, let's say you have a Burger King, and they want to take the Whopper, or corporate wants to take the Whopper off the menu, but only one store takes the Whopper off the menu and every other one doesn't do that. It obviously takes time for that to happen, and you see different menus across different countries and stuff. But when it comes to something that's a company-wide change, they're going to make that change. The coin is that company-wide change, right? The percentage, the burn tax is that company-wide change that we should see them implement as an exchange. It's a privilege for them to have coins on their exchange. And, you kind of have to remind them of that. Right now, they're sitting on their high horse, like, oh, well, they ask us to implement, or they ask us to launch these coins or list these coins, not the other way around. And you're right. It's because the way that we look at it, we're like, oh, well, if this exchange lists it, we'll have so much popularity, so much movement, so much volume. But they should be doing it based on the fact that they gain more users. And that's why CZ bought all that Lunic. I don't know. Hopefully the 0.2% will boost volume traded in the next day, and we will see another pump. No, it's part of the blockchain. The burn all. Wait. 1559 burn all the tax fee for ETH. What? What are you talking about? Look at the volume. You have to get to replicate the 1.2% at 0.2%. Yeah, you have to increase the volume again by 6x on chain to get to the same volume. Now, if they do what we think is going to happen, or what a lot of people think is going to happen, which 0.2% is low enough for all exchanges to implement it. If all exchanges decide to implement it, then we see that 6x in volume. Yeah, we'll see all volume across the board. So instead of looking at, I don't know, let's say $10 million, we're now looking at $100 million, or looking at $200 million. If we can get all exchanges to implement the 0.2%. I know you still have Coinin that I believe is doing the 1.2%. So they're doing a little bit more than what they need to do. And I don't know if they're going to change. I'll have to talk to them. But they're doing whatever is necessary, whatever the community wants. And this is what an exchange should do, is whatever the community wants. ETH do burn their transaction fees also. You know that, right? I do know that they burn transactions. I know that they burn. I didn't know that they burn by transactions. They don't have a certain fee through a certain transactions, but it is burnable, obviously. So I know that they burn, but I didn't know that they burn through transactions. That I will have to follow up on. I would need some references before we go through that. The community will see such a smaller daily burn rate and panic on Twitter again, and they will want a higher in a month. Yeah, I mean, and then we just have to understand that we need to hold whatever this is and stay at whatever it is. I mean, if it's 0.2%, we need to stay at it and let it play out and see what exchanges do. We do need to apply pressure, but either way, I think no matter if we have 1% or 2% or 0.2%, we need to apply pressure. Hey Matt, what does a lunatic NFT cost to mint now? I can't find the price listed on the net. So the price is 0.35. I would say that you have somewhere around 1 BNB just to make your purchase, but it's going to be probably it's going to be 0.35 BNB to make a purchase of an NFT. I like the NFT that I have, or the two NFTs that I have. And I have one rare and one common, and they're really nice. I really like them. I like the 3D look of it, but it's just so difficult to get to look at that 3D version of it. The fee burning for ETH is automatic, and it's their transactions same as Lunic. Well, okay, so this is a different story, right? I'll have to get some references or some sort of information behind it, right? But it's a different story with ETH, because ETH has multiple coins that happen on their own network through MetaMask, through different wallets, through all of these other places. So CEX volume may end up having a lot that's happening on chain. So let's look at just Coinbase, for example. All on-chain volume. What? No, they're not supporting off-chain. They're supporting on-chain right now. But if you look at Coinbase, for example, Coinbase is an ERC20 platform. So basically, you're looking at all ETH transactions that are flowing through there. So you have everything that's happening on the blockchain. For Terra Luna Classic, everything is bridged over to different platforms there, and majority of the volume is happening off chain. For Ethereum, majority of the volume is happening on chain, right? You have a lot of ETH transactions that flow through in the form of just regular fees. You have ETH transactions that are going through in the form of NFTs, right? So there's so many different things that are happening on the ETH blockchain versus what's happening on the Terra Classic blockchain. And it would be great if you can get Terra Classic up to that level to where you have multiple coins on there, but you don't have it at that level. So ETH is a little bit different, and I would agree with you there. If ETH is not, the exchanges are not implementing the tax on Ethereum unless it's an Ethereum transaction, with most likely you're going through an Ethereum transaction in order to trade Ethereum, right? So that's the difference maker, but maybe that wasn't the best example to use for me, because Ethereum has one of the, actually probably the largest blockchain there when it comes to the amount of coins, not the whole market cap of Ethereum itself, but just looking at all of the different coins that are associated with most volume for all coins is on CEXs. Yes, but if you look at Coinbase, it's an ERC20 platform. It flows through Ethereum. So if it flows through Ethereum, it flows through that blockchain. For this coin, most transactions flow through the Ethereum blockchain for Ethereum, because even Ethereum coins have Ethereum fees, which they pay in Ethereum. So I'll leave it at that. I've seen all of the different volume there. I can admit that I was wrong on the first point by looking at comparing it to Ethereum, because Ethereum is a different story. But Terra Luna Classic, if it did have more volume, if it did have, more coins on their overall blockchain, it would be a different story. It would be kind of similar to what we would see with Ethereum. The title is wrong. You mean off-chain support, right? No, you're looking at it gets on-chain support. It's not getting off-chain support. Right now, it's not. I don't know if it will, but it's getting on-chain support, which is the same thing. So like it's a simple way to look at it. Ethereum is different than Terra Luna Classic, which is different than a lot of other places here. So like if I scroll down here and notice that yes, Ethereum has $159 billion market cap, you're going to see majority of those transactions that happen on the Ethereum chain, because Ethereum, is one of the biggest blockchains, if not the biggest blockchain that's out there. Anyways, we got about 10 minutes, and then I have to go get Harper ready for school. I appreciate you guys for being here. We got 275 likes, and that's good. I didn't even have to ask for a ton of likes. I mean, right now I can ask to get to 300, but I didn't even have to ask for a crazy amount of likes here. I do appreciate everybody that's here. They're sick of people coming to their stores. Stupid. Recently heard the casinos are important. Recently heard that casinos are important. When does the 0.2% tax take effect? Is it still showing 1.2% on Terra Station? Um, yeah, it's still showing 1.2% right now. The tax isn't in effect right now. Thanks, Matt. I'll be tuning into you from Oklahoma. Thank you for saying that. I appreciate that. Did you ask by adding a poll? I did. Oh, I did ask by adding a poll. So technically, I'm asking over and over again every time someone reads it, even if majority of the poll, or 40%, almost 40% of the poll, 37% say no. That's okay, as long as they're seeing it and they may hit the dislike button. I'm okay with it. And if you didn't hit the like button, um, some people didn't hit the like button and were honest at that moment, and then decided that they were going to hit the like button. So they were answering and said no, but then they hit the like button and they still kept the no. So that's okay. That's what I like to see. Not understanding what this KuCoin tweet about the new proposal is about. This KuCoin tweet where it's talking about the on-chain burns, or I don't know what their actual tweet is. I haven't checked them. I've tried to look for their actual tweet, but I just went into someone else talking about the announcement. But maybe we can look at KuCoin. Let's see what KuCoin is saying, if they have a new tweet today. Like the change is happening. No, that's not it. That's a pinned tweet. 35 minutes ago. No, that's not it. No. No. Yes, I don't know what new tweet you're talking about. Yeah, I've heard about this. Obviously, you see 176K tweets about this. I'm sure there's going to be videos on it to where once you see something that's trending, people tend to gravitate towards it, and they make videos on it. So you're going to see a ton of videos on whatever is going on there, as well as Netflix, anything that's trending. That's usually what happens. That's what Twitter is so like good for. People, if you forgot to hit the like button when you came in, hit it on your way out. Show appreciation to Matt for all he does for us. I appreciate that. I appreciate you saying that. Just read that the 1.2% burn on Binance is going to be reduced to 0.2%. Yeah, that's for on-chain burns or on-chain transactions. Hit the like button. Matthew Perry wants his money. The like button for money? That's not how that works. I do want to see more people that are here, because obviously I would like to have more people here, more conversations that are happening. I love the conversations. Um, but it's not about gaining extra money. Once I get enough that, I can pay bills comfortably with YouTube revenue and not have to pull from my savings or anything like that, that's usually where I'm okay. And then after that, I mean, it's not about gaining anything extra. Um, it's about investing, helping people invest, and hopefully can bring positivity to the markets, especially how you can see markets pulling back. So I'm gonna dislike this as weirdly as it weirdly helps with the algorithm. It does. I'd rather Matt have the money than these market uh, conglomerates. That's true, and also nobody's paying me any money. The members obviously are being a part of that, but nobody's paying me any money besides um, YouTube. So you guys that are watching, you're just spending your time, which time is money, to tell you the truth. Time is money. You got to value your time. And if you're not getting anything out of what you're watching or listening to or spending your time doing, then, you know, it's sort of a waste of your time, right? Because I don't like to sit and I watch things, and if it's educational, I know it's going to help me out with my next decision, then technically that time is well spent. I'm learning something new. I can apply that to multiple situations, and I can make money off of it if I wanted to. I listen to different day traders all the time, because I take bits and pieces from their strategy and see if it fits well with mine. If it doesn't fit well with mine, then I move on to listening to more people, see what they have to offer, see what their strategy is, see if it works, all that other stuff. I voted for your proposal, Matt. I voted in favor of it. I appreciate it. We just need validators to vote in favor of it, and then we can move forward with trying to get it added, right? I understand it doesn't have the Agora text attached to it, and you need to have a discussion there, and there's always been a discussion about that. It's just yeah, I figure I could do that, but basically I would be reiterating what I said on the main proposal, because it's not much. It's very simple. The the more simple, the better. The simpler, the better. Um, Look at Quant. What is Quant doing right now? Is Quant making a move? It was down the last time I saw it. Quant is down 4% or 3% today. It's at $186. It's at a $2.2 billion market cap. So, yeah, I mean, it's lower than where it was in the last month. It hit $226, which was yesterday at $226. Did you get any XRP before the SEC stuff? If so, your thoughts on its potential. So I think XRP has a little bit of potential, but obviously it depends on what's going on here, right? They're the only ones that didn't take um, sort of that settlement, or decide to just say, you know what, here you go. Here's a bunch of money that we're going to throw at you, just to kind of shut you up, type of thing. They're trying to fight the system. I mean, they shouldn't have to go through this. No project should really have to go through this, unless you are uh, legitimately trying to game the system in a way. So XRP, I think it does have potential. And I talked about this in an NFA video. So if you want to go and check out what my full thoughts are on it, you can go over to my channel, go to associated channels, and you'll see NFA investing. Go to that, and you'll see XRP. 8 days ago, I talked about it. Has 2,000 views, and it's a 14-minute video. So KuCoin supporting all buys and sells on chain. They're supporting all buys and sells on chain for the tax, but all of their buys and sells are not going to be on chain, if that's what you're getting at. Quant will be uh, will be go between with new finance and old finance worlds. Big money incoming soon. I'm hoping to get 5 quant by the end of the month. Yeah, I'm not investing any more into quant. I'm just going to keep what I have and sit on that investment. I hate jumping into FOMO, and yes, it would have been okay. It would have been great to invest more at 70, knowing that it was going to go to 200. But I sit on my investments and hopefully gain a lot more. And I don't like to overinvest. I will put money into other plays before I overinvest into a position. Binance just donated 500 million USD to the University of Western Australia today to assist with crypto uni courses and other crypto academics. That's amazing. And people think that cryptocurrency is just a fad and it's not going to go anywhere. I mean, they're dedicating college courses to it. Let's see. Binance will implement the new burn proposal quickly, but drag their feet on the other. No, you're talking about how the 1.2%, how they drag their feet on getting it implemented. Um, so unless I'm missing something, they're only implementing something on chain. It's not off chain, so they're still dragging their feet. What they did the last time is they implemented it on chain for the 1.2%. They didn't really drag their feet. Good morning, Matthew. Crippy Investor wishes you an amazing day. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. I hope you have an amazing day as well. Or the Crippy Investor has an amazing day as well. And yeah, I hope we all find a way to make some money today. I know I'm not doing any day trading today. I haven't done any day trading in a long time. In not really a long time, but maybe a few months. XRP can't settle. Settling means they are security, and that means the whole purpose. How many quant you got? I only have 2, so I don't have a lot. Right, it's so crazy. XRP is going through this. I will check out your video on it. A general question a friend of mine keeps going on about VeChain. What are your thoughts? I would have to go through VeChain in a different video because I have to get out of here in 2 minutes. But it could be a video that I have. I do have. Is it VET? Is that what it is? Yeah. So VeChain, I actually have on my list, and I don't know what the voting looks like to do another NFA video, but I have to go and check really quick. So it looks like people have voted for VeChain. So 75% of the votes have gone to VET. So that's going to be the next video that we end up doing. So this is Patreon where people can vote on whatever coins we're going to talk about next. And it seems that we have 25% for XDrip and then 75% for VeChain. So we're going to talk about VeChain in the next video that we create, whether that is today. I don't know if it will be because, I have to do all this kid stuff. So guys, if you can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. Sorry that I have to leave so soon, but I have kid duties. I got to make sure that Harper gets to the bus stop. I got to make sure that, Hayden is taken care of because she's home with me today. And also make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. If you guys can push this overall, proposal to any type of validator so that we can get some votes on it to get this passed, to get this to quorum. We have 5 days to get it to that level. It doesn't seem like it's moving right now. We've had a couple of videos created on it from other creators, and I appreciate that a lot. Claybro created a video for it. DJ Trev created a video for it. The Millennial Market created a video for it. If I'm missing anybody, I know there were other people that created a video on it. Happy Caddy Crypto created one as well. So I appreciate all you guys for doing that. But if I missed anybody, feel free to, put them somewhere in the chat or something. But hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for more of these videos. And I will catch you guys in the next video. See ya.